In South Africa, it's often said that tourism is the lifeblood of the country. But in Cape Town, many residents feel like they are being overrun and that their lifestyle is being disrupted. And there's one specific resident that went out on TikTok to complain about the current tourist situation, and he got a lot of traction. And I grew up in Paarl in the Boland where there were lots of tourists and people welcomed the tourists. I never felt overrun. It might be different now, but in the city of Cape Town itself, within the proper city proper, the city centre, I think it's very different for many people that live there, and this is starting to become a problem for these residents, and they are speaking out. And I want you to tell me how you would feel just listening to this person's sentiment. If you lived in Cape Town, if you live in Cape Town, tell me in the comments if you feel the same way and how you think one can find a solution to this problem. But in this article in IOL, it says Cape Town resident speaks out, frustrations rise over tourist influx. And there's two sides to this, because this person is frustrated, and I understand his frustration. On the other hand, there's people that were born in other countries that come to Cape Town, find it absolutely amazing, and are inviting more people to come here. Now, most people will say economically this is a good thing. I'm sure the mayor of Cape Town, Jordan Lewis, will encourage tourists to come to South Africa, and the influx has gone through the roof. Not just for South Africa, but specifically for the city of Cape Town, something the DA will pride itself in. And they have done a lot of work, and I know some of the people that have done the work around increasing tourism in Cape Town. And often I think the residents feel that there's more focus on the tourist and less focus on the citizens that have been living here their entire life. So let's get into this article, and remember to like this video, subscribe on the channel so that you can get notifications for future videos, and do consider becoming a member. Go and look at our 5 membership levels. In recent years, tourism has transformed Cape Town into one of the world's most sought after destinations. However, as the city welcomes an increasing number of tourists and digital nomads, local residents are growing wary of the impact this influx has had on their daily life. So just day-to-day life. And I've experienced going to places in Cape Town, especially eateries that I really enjoy, and you see the bustling tourist industry, and I've never thought to complain about it, because I always lived closer to the northern suburbs in the Durbanville area typically, and tourism isn't a huge problem there. So living in the Cape Town city centre is, I believe, a very, very different thing. He says, however, as the city welcomes an increasing number of tourists and digital nomads, local residents are weary at the moment. They have fatigue, tourism fatigue. If you hear his rant, you'll understand that he is heavily fatigued already. The age-old belief that tourism is good for the economy is now being challenged by the voices of those who call the mother city home. And I think when they speak of the mother city, I think it's people that live, as I've said before, in the city centre. And it's a tourism hub. There's lots of tourists there. The waterfront has tons of tourists. The beaches around Cape Town, especially on the Atlantic seaboard. And the guy that decided to speak out on this is Luke Hackney. And he's a resident whose candid TikTok videos has resonated with many, showcasing the reality of living in a city overwhelmed by visitors. And you'll get a link to this article in the description below the video, as well as in the first comment. You can go and watch his videos there and what he says, and maybe either support him or tell him how you feel, or try and come up with solutions for the situation. And I'm not sure what the solution should be. These are why we elect people that should be able to look at problems like this and try and resolve them. Welcome to Cape Town. You've picked a great destination, obviously said with a hint of sarcasm. The weather this time of this year is superb, the scenery unmatched. You can't change it. I just think I've had enough, he stated, highlighting the growing discontent among locals. So he doesn't believe it's just him. He believes there's many people in Cape Town that feel the same way. Hackney expresses irritation with the loudness of American tourists saying, "I'm tired of hearing you before I see you." That loud arrogance and confidence is just too much. And I can attest to this. I've worked with Americans, contractors at Koeberg Nuclear Power Station. They are the most obnoxious, loud people you can imagine. And even if they are good people, have good intentions, I think it's just part of the American culture to be louder and bigger and better than the next person. As Donald Trump says, bigger, better, greater than ever before. So I understand this. It's a part of American culture, and any American that walked into Koeberg Nuclear Power Station thought that they were superior to any other person there. I can attest to that 100%. Here and there were people that were more humble. They were exceptions. One of them trained me on my initial license training course. Less loud, but I think they get used to having to be loud to be heard. So in South Africa, it's very different, you know. We do have cultures and people that are loud, but nothing beats an American. He even joked about considering learning German due to the significant number of German tourists. I believe German tourists have been in South Africa for such a long time in vast numbers, and they have supported the economy in many ways. And I've never seen a problem with this until now. People are obviously just getting fed up, absolutely fed up. The impact of tourism is also felt in everyday life, particularly in the coffee shops and restaurants. Now, I've experienced this going to a coffee shop where you just want to have a coffee milkshake or whatever the case may be, and have people loudly talking about their next business venture while on laptops or cell phones or whatever. The coffee shops, the restaurants, the queues, guys, the queues, I can't. You stand in the queue for hours, you get to the front, and there is one person at every single little table with their laptop. They have probably been sitting there for 3 or 4 hours, maybe sipping one mug of coffee, he lamented. Well, I suppose that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I understand his frustration. I just want to be able to sit in a coffee shop again in peace and quiet, not have to be part of some new startup or listen to someone else's work conversation. It's enough now. People just want to go and enjoy themselves. And I think when you get a cultural shift like this, when things change, when the people rising up through the school ranks, through varsity, etc., change the way they do things, some people are going to get frustrated, and that frustration is being shown now. He further addressed the issue of wildlife tourism, particularly at Boulders Beach, where tourists have been seen chasing penguins. I've seen it myself. Our wildlife is not your prop, he insisted, calling for respect towards local wildlife. Hackney is not alone in his sentiment. Many locals have taken to social media to express their frustrations. Comments on this video include, "As a South African, it's sad that South Africans cannot afford to visit Cape Town anymore. Something I've spoken about before, especially live there. And that should be a concern. That because of the overseas tourists coming here and people actually buying property for Airbnbs, etc., instead of people being able to just afford a normal home to live, it has made Cape Town extremely expensive. And the Mayor, Jordan Lewis, supports this. He believes that this is the right thing. It's an open market and you get better people coming into the city. Ons is gatvol, love, light and matcha for real, as someone stated. Everything is expensive here ever since they found out about Cape Town. You are spot on, Boot, someone else said. Brew, I'm with you on this. Enough is enough. So a lot of people feel his frustration. You can watch the video and say how you feel, whether you agree with this person or not. Despite these frustrations, Cape Town remains an attractive destination for tourists and digital nomads. And here it speaks of Johnny Plain, who is someone that was born in the UK, and he is telling remote workers to come and explore the city of Cape Town. He says, if you're an entrepreneur in the UK considering working abroad, just take 10 seconds to listen to me. You may have heard people talking about working from Dubai or Bali, but the most slept on place for remote work has to be Cape Town. Plain highlighted affordability of living in Cape Town. So for people overseas, living in Cape Town is actually cheap when the people that grew up in Cape Town can't afford to live there anymore because of this problem. It's really cheap. I mean, you're paying about £1 for a coffee, £3 for a beer, and £5 for lunch. I don't know where he's buying, but that is expensive. You can get Ubers and eat out 3 meals a day for the same cost as your TFL, and your press sandwich and crisps is really good value here, he added. He also praised the city's beautiful weather and the abundance of activities available, from paddle sports to incredible hikes like Lion Head and Table Mountain. Well, there's lots of activities within the city itself. The city centre has tons of activities, and this is why these are tourist attraction. All these activities are very close together as well. You have Lions Head, you have Table Mountain, you have all the beaches on the Atlantic seaboard, you have the waterfront, there's wall climbing and all sorts of things. I mean, there's golf close by, any sports you can imagine, concerts and so on. So that is something the city has going for it. But what do you do about these fed up local citizens? So he says, so if you're in the UK, get on a flight, get yourself to Cape Town. You're not going to regret it, he encouraged. As Cape Town continues to attract visitors, the balance between tourism and local life remains a pressing issue. Residents hope for a future where both tourists and locals can coexist peacefully in this beautiful city. So how does one change it? What do you suggest in the comments one should do? Because putting restrictions on tourists coming to your area doesn't make sense. Maybe diversifying where the tourists go might help. I don't have answers. I'm not a politician, and our politicians are supposed to be clever people. However, I think they struggle with solutions, and they just hope to earn their money till the end of their term and then hope they get another term. Unless the people really get fed up with their ideas. I wonder what people like Gayton McKenzie would want to do about this tourism problem, or the Freedom Front Plus, or the African National Congress, or the EFF. What would they do about the tourist situation? We know what the DA is doing. Many people might agree with the actions in the city of Cape Town. They might think that the Mayor Jordan Lewis is doing a great job. I can tell you that many people have left the city because of these problems. Us included, especially the monitoring, tracking and tracing, where your every step is being watched. I cannot stand it. And even although I'm not a criminal, my families are not criminals, I don't want to be treated like I'm permanently a criminal. So people, tell me in the comments how you feel about this, and if you think there's a solution. I don't see a solution. I think this is still going to become toxic in future, and this is the beginning of how great cities fall, crash down and become slums. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and click the like button if you enjoyed this content, and do consider becoming a member on this channel. And remember, this channel is all about maximum freedom, so please stay free.